Okay, these are going to be the lessons, the notes for 1C, dealing with tangents. The first word that we have here for vocabulary we learned in lesson 1A, what a tangent is. And a tangent could be a line, a ray, or segment that intercepts the circle at one point. The point of tangency is that one point. So I'm just going to do this. The one point is this, what it's called. Okay? So we got a couple of properties about that. So you can see out here we've got a tangent to this circle O, and they're telling us also perpendicular to the radius. I'm sorry. Then it is if a tangent to the circle is perpendicular to a radius, okay, then we know that is going to be a point of tangency and a tangent. So if RT is tangent to OR, perpendicular to RT. So that's OR right here. It's going to be perpendicular to RT. That's where the tangent and the radius meet, is going to be a 90-degree angle. That's what this means, perpendicular, 90 degrees. So the first one will say, it tells me ED is a tangent at circle F at point E. So they want us to find X. X is how far is it from the center all the way out here to this external point. So we know this is a right angle because they're telling me it's tangent at point E. So just from our work last unit, we've got a right triangle. We want to find the hypotenuse. So 3 squared plus 4 squared equals x squared. So when I square root both sides, I'm going to get x equals 5. Simple as that. The next one's dealing with that same thing. It asked you, is RS a tangent? Okay, well, basically we need to know for sure, is this a right angle? Is this a right triangle? If it is, then yes, RS is going to be tangent. So let's just take a look at this right triangle to decide if it actually works. So Pythagorean theorem would be 9 squared plus 12 squared, and we wonder, does that equal the hypotenuse squared? Because if it does, then it's a right triangle and a right angle and it's tangent. If it doesn't, then it's just a line. All right, so we'll kind of work through this fast. 81 plus 144 is going to be 225. 15 squared is 225. They are equal, and the answer is yes. It is a tangent to that circle because it is a right angle here formed. Okay, why don't you stop the video for a second and see what you can do with this next one with tangent MP. Tangent MP is drawn to circle O. They want us to find x, which is really the radius of the circle, if MO is 20. All right, so again, Pythagorean theorem, this side right here, the MO is going to be the hypotenuse. So when I write out my Pythagorean theorem there, when I do that, I'm just going to write the answer here. You can go through the calculation if you want. X equals 12. So this line right here, this radius is 12. Along with that same problem, if RO is 13, is PR, this one out here, is this PR tangent to circle O? Well, if that one is 13, okay, 5 squared plus 12 squared, question, does that equal 13 squared? And yes, it does. Again, you can do the calculations over. Next page. So 2 segments from the same exterior point. So if I have exterior point out here, whoops, I'm sorry, get that down here, we can see it. We've got this point exterior, it comes to the circle, and they are tangent to the circle, one at point B on this side and one at point C, then these 2 segments are going to be equal to each other. It's that simple. So tangent AB is tangent to the circle C at point B. Segment AD is tangent to circle C at point D. Find X. Well, we just got done saying that these 2 from the same point out here are going to be equal to each other. So 2x plus 3 has to equal 11. And that's all I need to do. Set those two equal to each other. Okay? And the last one here, same idea that I have a point N out here, that's an exterior point. I have two tangents from that point. They want to know what the value of x is going to be. Okay, I know that these two segments are going to be equal to each other. So 3x is going to equal 39, x is going to equal 13. So there's a couple of things about tangents to a circle. So one being if they are from the same point, they're going to be equal to each other. And if a tangent and a radius meet at a right angle, then, if a tangent and a radius meet, it is a right angle. So if you have any questions, let me know.